I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Richey, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop, or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso. A new concept in social media, Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces this community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Truso is both social and safe. We refer to Truso as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Truso even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Truso is live, y'all. We've launched in beta and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe. beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about TrueSelf. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for TrueSelf is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
This is Dr. Arnold T. Petsworth. He's the owner of Petsworth Vet World, a veterinary clinic in Hopton, Connecticut. His patients include dog, cat, frog, fish,
Goldie?
dog, and this alpaca. Due to doctor-patient confidentiality, we can't tell you their names. Business at Vet World was steady, and then quarantine hit. Neighbors brought new four-legged friends into their homes. Bunnies. Bunnies everywhere. Dr. Petsworth welcomed these new patients with open arms. The only problem? There were more appointments than he could manage. That's when Dr. Petsworth turned to his American Express business card, which offers spending potential that's built for his changing business needs. He decided to hire a new assistant, Julio, and with spending power built for business purchases, he used his card to furnish a new exam room. Together, Dr. Petsworth, Julio, and American Express Business made sure all the pets of Hopton got the love and care they deserve. And everyone was happy. Get the card built for business by American Express.
So what we have to do is when we get in a spot, we need to create some spots for us. That's the main thing. We need to be able to be in a position where we're able to create those spots for us. For me, being an entrepreneur, I'm not just going to get a business and then leave you sitting high and dry. If you ask me some questions about entrepreneurship, I'm going to give you as much as I received. I've seen people who made it, and then when you ask them, it's like, okay, now you have to pay me for the information, the same information I got for free. We probably in totally different cities. There's no way that we're going to bump heads or anything. We're not competing. Bring me up with you. And so I just think that whatever education that I have, then I need to be able to give that to my own as well. So create the spots. You can create the spots when you get there.
How you doing? I'm Rodney Allen Rippey. Yeah, the child actor. Well, now, leading man. Some of you might remember back in the day, the Harlem Globetrotters popcorn machine. Remember that? Well, it was a Saturday morning special that would come on, and I was there with Geese and Tex and Meadowlark Lemon. Remember the show? Well, I had a great time. And I have to say a huge, huge thank you to all my fans out there. Thank you for all the years of support. I went on from the entertainment industry. I started getting into producing and directing. And now, hey, here I am. I'm a studio executive here in Burbank, California at 2526 Studios. I have to say, it's been pretty good. But the best is yet to come. Please stay encouraged. Keep reaching for your dreams and never forget that genius is common. Remember that. Genius is common. No matter what anyone says to you, no matter how tough the road may get, keep striving. Keep reaching for your dreams. And always know that you are worth it. Everything that you put into yourself, everything good that you pour into your life, you are worth it. And when the times get tough, when things don't go exactly right, it's okay. Dust your shoulders off. Stand up strong. And remember, genius is common.
Hello, my name is Kiasi Helm and I'm 14 years old. I think my genius would probably have to be setting goals and achieving them. I say this because ever since I was young, I always wanted to be an author, and at age 11, I ended up achieving this. But not only did I end up becoming an author, I ended up becoming a public speaker, a publisher, a business owner, all these great things. The name of my business is Written by Kids Publishing Company. I decided to start this company because I thought it was important for me to help kids my age express themselves through literacy and just achieve their own goals. Because to me, achieving goals is the best thing in the world to feel. It's you just achieving things and aspirations that you set for yourself. And I know that everybody is capable of this because even if you don't end up achieving the goal, you still tried your best, and that's the most important thing. And everybody is capable of this because genius is common. Thank you.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Aida Correa Jackson. I am your business moderator this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, Black business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. So today's speaker is Nakia Tull, and she will be speaking on Introduction to Women Entrepreneurship. Nakia is one of the founders of the Phoenix Rise Foundation, and as an author, mentor, and financial educator, she has over 20 years of experience in the areas of tax preparation, financial education, mentorship, and she's also an inspirational speaker. This strong woman with her passion and heart wants to help people and has been able to build a big business that reaches across the country. Nakia has been able to achieve her goal by being part of the National Association of Professional Women and has won the Professional Woman of the Year award for the years 2009, 2010, and 2011 through NAPW. Through her expertise in business organization, tax preparation, financial concepts, and vision of empowering women, she brings a lot to the business partnership that she has with her husband. She has won numerous awards for empowering women, and I want to welcome Nakia Tull.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jackson, for the awesome introduction. And I first want to thank Black Business Network for allowing me to be on the platform this morning to just share a little bit with you guys about myself. Yes, my name is Nakia Tull, and I am an author of 6 as well as I'm Crying, Are You Listening? I'm an inspirational speaker, and I am a co-founder of Phoenix Rise Foundation, as well as in partnership with my husband and I4 insurance industry. But one of the things I wanted to basically let y'all know, the passion that I have with the Phoenix Rise Foundation, the reason why I started that is to really help empower not only just women, but domestic violent individuals to transition from where they're currently at to where they want to go. And the reason why I really thought of Phoenix Rise, because Phoenix is really dear to my heart when you think of the symbolism of a phoenix. A phoenix is an actual bird that was counted out, that people forgot about it. Do you know it was actually buried under ashes and never to be thought of again? But underneath those ashes, it was just a little spark that was continuing to burn underneath those ashes. And that spark mixed with just a little air, which means you just got to breathe on it. And guess what? It ignited and that bird flamed up. And once that bird flamed up, it was reborn. So it was able to rise up and then blaze a pathway for others to follow. And that's what Phoenix Rise actually stands for, showing people how to just take that little spark that's still burning on the inside of individuals and someone coming along and breathing on it to cause them to flame up so they can rise up. And one of the things that I thought about is because I'm a survivor as well as a thriver of a domestic violent marriage for over 10 years. And one of the things that I realized is that while I was in it, I didn't have anywhere to go for help because most organizations wanted to help you when you was ready to leave. So when I thought of Phoenix Rise Foundation, I looked at it as a place that domestic violent individuals can come and we can meet them where they're at. Because sometimes people are not ready to go. Sometimes they just need a place to go where someone can pour into them. Like I said, breathe on that little bit of flicker that's underneath those ashes. And eventually they will flame up to get the strength to then transition out of their situation. So that's what Phoenix Rise mean. And even when I wrote my books, 6 Ways to Conquer Fear, it was giving people tools on how to overcome the fear that may be holding them back from moving forward to what they should be doing or transitioning into the person that they have been called to be. As well as I'm crying, are you listening? That comes from a avenue that most people are dealing with an addiction that is overlooked. Most people focus on the drug addiction, the alcohol addiction, but it's a bigger addiction out there that is very much overlooked. And that addiction is called outside approval addiction. And once you're able to realize that you don't need the outside elements to approve you, that you've already been approved inside and that you have everything on the inside of you to rise up and become the person that you've meant to be, that's that voice that's crying on the inside that's asking you, are you listening? As your inner voice is crying out to you. So those are where those 2 books come from and where they were birthed out of. So if you want to get more information on how to get these books, you can go to my website, which is called queenphoenixvoice.com. You can also reach out to me if you want to actually even set me up for inspirational or speaking engagement. You can reach out to me at qpntbooks@gmail.com. And you can also contact me at 757-505-5096. Now, my topic today is the introduction to women entrepreneurship. Now, I honestly feel like that entrepreneurship is a calling. And when that calling comes, you have to be ready to accept the call. So when I think back over my life and I look at things, I always, ever since I was little, constantly worked for someone else. My mentality was the harder you work, the more successful you become, because that's what we was taught. Work hard, you go to school, get a good education, get a good job, work hard, and guess what? Climb that corporate ladder. So that was the track that I was on, was constantly working for everyone else. But in my late 20s, around about 29 years old, I had an acute stroke. And that's when I was pulled out of the corporate American system and cycle. And I actually went on disability, where I went from making a decent amount of income, a 6-figure income in corporate, to now I'm getting a disability check, okay, once a month. And I'm a single mom at the time, raising 2 kids. I know a lot of women can relate that you cannot raise 2 kids as a single mom on a fixed income. And so while I was home, I was like, this could not be the it for me. I always felt deep down inside that I was destined for greater. I remember when I was 13 and I had a talk with my dad, and I went and told him, I said, Dad, I said, I'm destined to be a millionaire. And I said, by the age of 35, I'm going to be retired because I'm going to be a millionaire. And the funny part about it is during that time, my dad couldn't wrap his head around it. So he laughed at me and he said, you know, daughter, you need to stop daydreaming and get your head out the gutter. And so that put me on the track on trying to prove him that, guess what, it's greater out there waiting for me. It's something bigger than where I am now. And so when I got the vision of becoming an entrepreneur, which I say it was a call because I was there, I put my kids on the bus and I was home, and a vision came to me and I heard this little voice in my head saying, you're an entrepreneur. Again, that's that inner voice. And when that inner voice spoke to me and said, you're an entrepreneur, I said, no, I'm not. I'm home. I'm on disability and I can't make no money because, of course, how they tell you, if you want to keep your disability check, you can't make but so much money. So I'm like, I can't do it. And so then the voice came again and said, matter of fact, not only are you an entrepreneur, but your business is in tax preparation. And I was like, what? Now, I knew I was good at numbers. I have a passion for numbers. I feel like numbers talk to me. Other people run away from numbers and think that numbers cuss at them. But for some reason or another, when I see numbers, it paints a story or a picture for me. So when I heard that I was a tax preparer, I was like, well, I don't even have. The next thing you do when you hear the entrepreneur call, then you hear what you're supposed to be doing, the business you're supposed to start. The first thing that comes to your mind is now you're looking at the outside elements that is holding you back. Instead of listening to that inner voice, now you start thinking, well, what is people going to think? I don't have the money. I'm a single mom with 2 kids. I got to focus on being that taxi cab driver for the kids. I got to be the basketball mom. I got to be the football mom. I got to be the cheerleader mom. You like, I don't have time. So all these excuses start popping in your head. Secondly, as a woman being an entrepreneur, where a majority of my years in life, I was always told that a business owned or a business started is usually a male industry. So me as a woman starting a business, I couldn't fathom that. I couldn't think about it. But my inner voice kept telling me, you have something great in the inside of you that needs to be birthed out. So as the vision kept coming, my sister came home from work and I shared with her my vision. And she was like, hey, you need to write that down. So I realized that in order to birth the vision and then sell your dream, you first have to buy into it. So once I thought of the vision, I spoke the vision when I said it to my sister. Then the next step, I wrote the vision. And then once I wrote the vision, then I had to sell that vision to myself so I could buy into it. Because remember, all the excuses was constantly reminding me every time I woke up and read the vision, all the excuses, all the outside elements was telling me that it was impossible. That was telling me I couldn't do it. So I had to get past that. And once I got past that, I started reading the vision every morning and every night. And I grew in that vision. And then the next thing that started happening is that pieces of the puzzle started coming together for that vision to come alive, for that call of that entrepreneurship to arise up in me. And the only pieces that I was missing to this business was the capital. And most women, we throw our dreams and our vision aside because we say, hey, we're mom first. Or we say, hey, I don't have the capital. Oh, I can't sacrifice this. We let all the outside elements dictate what we can and cannot do. And as I started answering the call as being an entrepreneur woman, as I started accepting that that was who I am, an entrepreneur woman, then the pieces started coming together. Then I met an individual that ended up financing my dream. But first I had to buy into it. And once I bought into it, then I was able to promote it and sell that dream to someone else. And then that person bought into my dream and financed my whole entire business for me to jumpstart Phoenix Financial Tax Service. It was birthed and it grew and it expanded. We started out with 35 customers. And I would say over 3-4 years of being in business, We ended up growing that customer base to over 500 customers throughout the Hampton Roads area that we were serving. Not only that, we was able to then add to that not just tax services, but then also financial education of concepts. But my vision in that was not about the money. The vision that I had when I got into tax preparation service was to educate people in what they stress the most about. Educating people on things that stress them out, that they don't even want to think about. Most people are pulling their hair out, running crazy when tax season came. Most people, when it came down to a financial hurricane or financial hardship, they didn't know where to turn to, where to go to get that financial support. So when me and my current husband now, Sean Toll, came into partnership together, we actually started the vision that God gave us, which that vision was changing lives spiritually, physically, materially, through the teaching of the Word of God. People don't understand, but the financial blueprint, how to be an entrepreneur, how to win friends and influence people, that blueprint is in the good book. And people don't realize that. I didn't realize that until I accepted the call and started listening to my inner voice and realized that there is a blueprint there. But because of that is the reason why we was able to stretch out. We was able to partnership with the financial service platform that was able to help me and my husband expand our business from New York to Tennessee. We have over 200 agents in our agency. And then from there, we was able to transition from that platform to start our very own financial service business together called I4 with another person that we partner with out in Las Vegas. When I say you have to be ready to answer the call, do not let the outside elements of this world dictate what you can and cannot do. You have to turn a deaf ear to negativity and open your ear to positivity. It's time for you to stop ignoring that voice inside, because that voice inside has been crying for a lot of years. But the question is, are you listening? Are you taking that time out to really hear the call, to really hear the dream and the vision that is burning deep down on the inside of you that's been there for years? I'm here to tell a lot of women that you've been in labor for a lot of years, and it's time for that baby to be birthed. It's time for you now to share your gift to the community, to the world. I tell people that your story is your wealth. Whatever struggle that you've gone through in life, that is not your identity, but that is what can help rise other people. That is what you can help other people get through. That is your story that can create wealth. People don't want to hear about a person that was defeated in their struggle. They want to listen to a person who went through a struggle but was able to overcome that struggle. What happened on the other side? What did you do to get to the other side? That's what will bring about wealth. When you think about entrepreneurship, you have to think about the service that people need even before they even know they need it. And that's what we need to provide. I have some quotes for my women out there today. And it's, she's clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. Ladies, we got to come together and realize that you are clothed in strength and dignity. And it's time for you to laugh without fear of the future and step into your future. Walk into your future. Hear the call of that entrepreneurship. Don't listen to some of those outside elements that tell you that you're not good enough. Don't listen to the outside elements that tell you that you're not worthy. Don't listen to the outside elements that say, I don't have the time. The point about it, you cannot afford not to do it. Because think about it. Women, for years, we've been nursing other people's babies. Women, for years, we've been helping build, create, establish other people's vision and dreams. For years, we've been there servicing other people, helping other people get where they're going to. But the question is, now is your time. The thing is, now is the time for you to rise up. Ask yourself the question, how long are you going to continue to work someone else's vineyard when yours go lacking? How long are you going to continue to nurse somebody else's babies, vision, goals, and dreams while yours lay dormant? How much longer are you going to continue to sit back and let things go on? It's time to say, as women, enough is enough. It's time for you to raise your head up high and get your crown and put it on your head and be the queen that you was born to be. Because every last woman that's under the sound of my voice, you are a queen. All right? And it's time for you to now rise up and take back the authority that is already on the inside of you. Let the outside elements dissipate. Let that outside approval dissipate, because you've already been approved. You've already been hand selected. You've already been called out. Now it's just time for you to rise up and accept the calling. How many of y'all out there is ready to rise up and accept the calling? I tell people on my podcast, it's time to flame up with Queen Phoenix, because that's what I go by. That's who I am. I'm Queen Phoenix. Why? Because I was born a queen. But so many people counted me out. So many people put ashes and dust on me and told me I wasn't worthy. So many people told me that I couldn't make it. But I'm here to tell you, I rose up. I just had a little spark underneath all those ashes, underneath all that negativity. I just had a little spark. And it took one person to come by and breathe on me. And guess what? That spark flamed up and transformed me into the Queen Phoenix I am today. And I'm here to tell you that it's time to rise up. It's time to transform. It's time to be that woman entrepreneur that you was meant to be, that you was called to be. I got another quote for you today. Never apologize for being emotional. Let this be a sign that you've got a big heart and aren't afraid to let others see it. Showing your emotion is a sign of strength. Most people say that women can't be entrepreneurs because we're so emotional. Most people say we can't be entrepreneurs because we're so sensitive, and you can't bring emotion and you can't bring sensitivity into business. Well, you know what? That's not true. Because guess what? Before people want to know how much you know, they first want to know how much you care about them. And that's what sensitivity does. That's what emotion does. I always tell people emotion drives motion. Emotion is what gets people to start moving. So guess what? When you think about putting your emotions aside, just realize that your emotion is your strength. Your emotion is what's going to get you to rise up. Your emotion is what's going to get you to take that first step by faith. Realize that you have to walk by faith. When other people can't see it, when other people can't hear what your inner voice is telling you, guess what? That's the time. That's the time for you to walk by faith and birth your vision and your gifts so then others can walk by sight. We got a lot of Thomases out there that didn't believe. And I just want to share this story because when Christ had risen and he came to show forth, Thomas didn't believe. He said, I have to touch the holes. I have to touch the side in order for him to believe. So some of us have to go ahead and bring forth that vision and that dream for others to believe. And I want to share this last thing with you, which is women who knock down the door for us. The first woman I want to talk about is Maggie Walker, who was the first woman in any race to be a president of a bank. She established the St. Luke Penny Savings Bank. Ladies, we knocking down walls. Another woman who knocked down the wall for us is CJ Walker, who started an entrepreneurship through hair products that we as women needed. But it started out there, but then she expanded by teaching other leaders, by raising up other queens to go out there and distribute it. And she became the very first woman to become a self-made millionaire. Women, It's time for us to rise up. I'm here to say, Queens, let's rise and be the entrepreneur we was called to be. This is Queen Phoenix, Nikea Talk.
Nikea, thank you so much. What an inspirational talk. Can you let us know how anyone, if they're listening, how they can reach you?
Yes, you can reach out to me on my website, queenphoenixvoice.com, or you can send me out emails at qpntbooks@gmail.com, and you can call me at 757-505-5096.
Well, I want to thank you again for joining us here this evening in the Black Business Network, and we look forward to seeing you again. Remember that genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. So you may want to go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or to use Cash App. That's you can use the $, and it's B like boy, X like X-ray, USA. That's the $, B like boy, X like X-ray, USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. And those students can register also at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We'd like to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for July 2023. That's NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Riche Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation, Inc., Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Mullane Shaney Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Why do I do what I do? You know, my life coach asked me that a few years ago, and she said, Tony, what's your why? And I told her, and she said, girl, you've already accomplished that. Perhaps you need a new why.
Hi, Tony Harris, Amy Hoydu with Say It Said Marketing, one of your students, and just wanted to say thank you, Tony Harris, for spending so much time with me and giving me that boost in my business that I so drastically needed.
My why is to touch, move, and inspire my clients to take drastic steps to be better than they were before they met me. I'm a resource. I'm a connector. I want to help people build deeper relationships that are beneficial to their life and business. That's what I do best.
So, first thing you got to do is show up. And speaking is a way to magnetically attract your ideal client to you. How many of you use social media that way? Absolutely. And this is how you look to the world. Drastic steps are the steps that are needed to be successful. And my business is drastic denotes a mindset. Getting out of your comfort zone. Doing something that you don't necessarily feel comfortable doing, want to do, but you know it's a necessary step to be successful in your business.
I get the most satisfaction when I see my connections flourishing into relationships long after I am gone.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Augustine with Media Jasmine, and I've joined several networking and referral groups in the area. And Network in Action Northeast Houston with Tony Harris Taylor is one of the best organizations that I've joined. I love that piece of what I do, and it is what fuels my fire.
My name is Tony Harris Taylor, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
Phenomenal Tanya T. Wise, who is here from the great state of Maryland. Tanya, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Can you indulge our audience a little bit and tell them just a little bit more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, I love being able to talk to people and have a magnetic attitude, being able to just show them. So I always like to say, level up is Coach at Tanya T. Wise here.
So can you tell our audience, just give them a teaser about what your presentation will be about?
So my philosophy is that we should all be living our dream life. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how you start living your dream life. What are some of the things that you thought about in your childhood that you just kind of let go and dormant?
Wow.
And I want to reignite that and just give you some pointers and some tips, some tools, some strategies to be able to start living your best life now. And guess what, Akwanda? And leave an inheritance for your legacy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that's resonating with a lot of people. I've heard that you have a dynamic coaching program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools, we help them implement strategies, as well as give them resources so that they can live their best life now and leave that inheritance.
Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the leave the inheritance part. Listen, you are dropping some major nuggets, and I know a lot of what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people, but I think we're all curious. How did you even make this transition into the speaking and coaching arena? What's the story behind this?
So I started out in finance, and I realized that a lot of people don't necessarily go after their dream life because of the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it.
If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that?
Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Wise.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know? A student, a business entrepreneur? Or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dreams by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be leaders, miss out on their dreams from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well. Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
Are you aware that showing off your expertise can gain customers and position you as an expert in your industry? Consumers need confidence to purchase, so let us showcase your knowledge by interviewing you for a 3 to 5 minute video. We'll position you as an industry expert with a customized interview-style video, and for a limited time, we'll cover all production costs. Click this ad or call now for all the information. You'll want to experience the same 5-star service our customers love. So take advantage of this one-time offer. Click this ad or contact us now.
Did you know?
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, proved that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why Be Direct was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to Be Direct's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business life cycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, Be Direct Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and a commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African, continental, and country-specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and mentoring and coaching from African continental-based facilitators. But even more unique to Be Direct Prep, we cap off our training program with an immersion trip to help candidates that have not been to Africa before see and feel Africa's complexity and opportunity from African soil. We all know traditional network-based board placement has historically left a lot of us out of ever really being in the paid board pipeline. Our strategy supports the work of many great organizations that are successfully filling seats at U.S. board tables by creating more tables for those that are still left on the sideline. It's time to start seeing the role and value of U.S. Black talent and businesses on the continent of Africa differently. Old perceptions and habits limit economic inclusion. Let's transition Black talent and the African businesses they will support from the periphery of the global economy to its core. Living in a global lockdown, we all know now how fast local and global economies can change, and see the value of having businesses that hire, strengthen local value chains, and even grow globally. Status quo in any form holds back progress. We must democratize U.S.-Africa commercial engagement by socially and economically connecting cultures that have long been disconnected. It's time for Africa's U.S. diaspora to redefine their global value by helping African businesses scale continentally and globally.
I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know.
There was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box.
I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people.
Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kinston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Hey guys, my name is Caden. I'm the CEO of Caden Teaches, and my genius is teaching kids about financial literacy. Throughout my financial products, such as my financial flashcards, my activity book, and my newest project, my financial bus, which I bought. And on the bus, it has a mock bank where kids will learn how to deposit and withdraw money, a mock grocery store where kids will be able to learn how to have a family budget, and a mock stock exchange where kids will even be able to learn how to invest in stocks. Now, I decided to start teaching kids about financial literacy because I find that most kids graduate high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. And I feel if I were to teach kids about financial literacy, that I would be able to help kids tap into their genius. And I actually learned about financial literacy to my dad because I would go to business meetings with him and I would always see that they were talking about financial literacy. And at that point, I didn't understand what financial literacy was. So I took it upon myself to learn about financial literacy and teach it to kids in a way that they could understand. But I want you guys to help me help kids tap into their genius by going to my website, cadenteaches.com, and you can sew into me in my financial bus by going to my GoFundMe link. And remember, if Caden can, you can too. Because genius is common.
I'm Kennedy Harris. My genius is being an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of K-Lock, a company where I develop my very own line of kids supplements. I currently market my multivitamin for kids to help combat weak immunity. During the pandemic, research has shown that having a strong immune system is key to fighting off disease. My vitamins are for kids, but adults can benefit from them as well. I'm adding a proprietary blend to my supplement line. I want to create my own blend so that I have a competitive edge in the marketplace. Staying healthy is important to me so that we live longer and have healthier lives. My website is klockproducts.com. That is K-L-O-C-K. Genius is common.
I'm Ramon Ray. founder of Smart Hustle Magazine and smallbiztechnology.com.
You're here today to celebrate small business success. Stand up on your feet. You rocked the house. Hey, thank you. It was amazing. Didn't we learn? For me, success comes from failure. One thing not to do is shake somebody's hand like this.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good afternoon, Black business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Aida Correa Jackson. I am your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. So this evening, this afternoon, we'll be speaking to Andrea Adams Edwards. She's a coach, mentor, author, speaker, and TV co-host. She dives fully into life through the exploration of new experiences with adventures fueled by curiosity and love. Skydiving, scuba diving, horseback riding, coasters, motorbikes, gourmandizing, big city lights, picture taking, nature views, and high-heeled shoes are a few of her favorite things. Also a lover of books, this avid reader is the co-founder of KEG Book Club, KEG Kids Book Club, and KEG Tweens Book Club, and a podcast called BABBLE, which is Babble, with me. This speaker, coach, mentor, radio and television host of Power Voice was unleashed after receiving mentorship from Les Brown. Andrea was also mentored to Think into Results by John Tallarico and uses this experience through role modeling and self-expression to empower youth to develop public speaking skills, access their inner self-talk, change their mindset, and transform their lives by improving their relationship with themselves and others. Please help me welcome Andrea Adams Edwards. Okay, well, I'm gonna read a little bit more about her bio while we get her up on the screen for you. She's also a mother, an entrepreneur, and some of the titles that this Guyanese-born multi-best-selling author owns is just a few of those titles. She advocates for A21.org, whose mission is to end modern-day slavery and human trafficking. Welcome, Andrea.
Well, thank you for having me.
We're so looking forward to hearing from you today. Just remember that genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hello, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure to be here today. And I just want to take the opportunity to just speak to you about thinking into results. I was privileged to be able to work with Bob Proctor, a program called Think into Results, with one of his top coaches, 2% coaches, John Tallarico. That experience has really and truly changed my thinking, and I understand even better now that where I am now is a result of my thinking. So, as business owners, it is very important that we understand this because a lot of times we focus so much on the physical things, getting the business intact, and doing all sorts of stuff. Maybe sometimes even our health takes a higher priority than our mental state. But it's very important for us to really and truly understand our mind, understand how it works, and understand how you can be the best business owner by actually taking full control of your thoughts. Thinking into results is all, and all my information that I've been able to gather on it is due to me being able and privileged to work with that program. And I have been reading much more into it, and I'm just happy now to share some of that with you. I want you to think to yourself, what is energy? Energy has a wide capacity of meaning, and it all actually depends on what its concept is. But of all the broad meanings that it have, one of the most simple ones that I find easy to remember is usable power. Energy really do have many forms, and it could never be created nor destroyed. So with that information, I want you to think of something. Did you know that your thoughts are the most potent form of energy? Can you imagine all the energy that is available there? When you think of the electrical panels and all the different things, just imagine pushing something into an electrical plug, and you would feel definitely that energy that will come through. But even that energy is not as potent as your thoughts. Your thoughts are the most potent form of energy. And what I want you to do is just take that information and understand the source of your power. Your mind is a center of divine creation. And this center is responsible for whatever current results that you are seeing in your life. I know for some of you, you hear this stuff a lot, but sometimes we really and truly do not sit down and think of how deep this is. Wherever you are now, you being here listening to me is a result of something that you would have thought about. It just does not happen because we are forever creating. Our mind is a center. And mind you, I say a center of divine creation because each and every one of you have your own center. So there's no one center, the center, but you are a center because you are powerful. You are your own boss. You are a source of potent energy. So this center is responsible for whatever results that you are getting. So before I go further into this, have you ever thought about where your mind is located? Most people automatically say the brain. However, the brain is not part of the brain is part of our physical body, sorry. But the mind is energy. And what the mind does, it uses the brain to operate the physical. The mind is used to think, and the brain is the transmitter. The mind cannot be physically touched, it's not tangible. However, in order to understand how the mind works, I just want you to paint a little picture. Your mind functions on many levels, but for today, we're just going to think about two of those. Just make a mental picture in your head of one huge circle like a pizza, and just think of a smaller circle to the bottom. So that big circle to the top would represent your head. And the smaller circle, let's say that's your body. Now just take that big pizza and you divide it into two. You're sharing it equal. That's representing the mind. One side would be your conscious mind, and the other side, you can label it your subconscious mind. Your body is what is considered the instrument. Your body is what you use after you create to be that instrument to create and make things happen. So now you have this picture that your mind is divided into two. You have the conscious, you have the subconscious. So the conscious mind is the thinking mind, it's the educated mind. The subconscious mind, however, is more of the emotional mind. The conscious receives information from the outside world through our different sensories like sight, smell, sound, taste, and touch. But what is unfortunately, most of us live ultimately only through these senses. A lot of times we do not think deeper into it to understand how powerful we are. And whatever it is that we can create is not just out of these five senses. The subconscious mind only does what is impressed upon it. So it does not question anything. I like to refer to the subconscious mind like the Proverbs 31 woman, like the bride, who, whatever it is that you impress upon this mind, it does. It creates. The subconscious mind creates whatever picture you paint on it. The conscious mind is where you gather information, but it's not the part that controls the body. The conscious mind thinks, and the subconscious mind executes whatever is impressed on it. It expresses it through the body. I know this is a lot of information. So just let's do a little recap. Energy is usable power. Just let that lay in your spirit. Usable power. Your thoughts are the most potent form of energy. Think about it. You have this usable power, and your thoughts is the most potent form of energy. Your mind is a center of divine creation, and your mind is divided into two, the conscious and the subconscious. Now you have all of this information. Let me get to the point. How do you think into results? How do you get the results that you need? So, in order to understand how to master your thoughts, how to be able to think into results, we must understand the process. Our mind is the center of divine creation. Yes, each and every individual have their own headquarters. Each and every person is a CEO of your thoughts, yourself, your body, whatever it is that you're creating. You're the boss, you call the shots. And like an organization, we are constantly creating every day, every moment we're creating. Even now, we're creating our tomorrow. So, as the CEO of this operation, the center of this divine creation, you must take charge and learn to master your thoughts. How do we create, though? We create by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Everything around you was once an idea, and it was eventually conceived into your imagination. Think about Zoom. At some point, somebody had an idea and they went ahead and they created and they made it happen. You're able to have access to the internet because somebody had an idea and they created, they made it happen. Think about the Wright brothers. They had an idea. People thought they were crazy, but they created. They assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. There is so much that's involved in our emotions. When we become emotionally involved in an idea, it creates energy and it helps us to dream big, and it helps us to really and truly get to that end because we have a picture of what is it that we want to achieve. For example, if I ask you, what's the color of your front door? Many of us would think back. But if your front door is red, you're not going to think RED red. Or if it's white, you're not going to think WHITE white. We're going to see a picture. That's because we think in pictures. I'm going to take a minute to make you think about something else. Think about the last dish that you washed. That becomes a little bit more challenging because you really do have to go back. And the great thing about it is that you would be seeing that in a picture. I can see you right now. You're there thinking back, like rewinding that camera. These exercises are just to demonstrate how our mind think. We think in pictures. Therefore, in order to create, we must always begin at the end. And what do I mean? If you want to purchase a house, you first of all would have to have a vision of, hey, what do I want this house to look like? In most cases, we don't just go out there and buy the first house we see. It doesn't work like that. And especially if we're building it from scratch, from bottom up, we definitely have even more input on what details we want in our home. And the same thing it is with our lives. We're continuously creating. So it's important that we have a picture. We have dreams. We impress these dreams upon our subconscious mind so that we can create. We must set goals, set steps on how we're going to get there. All of that is part of creating. I know that all of that sounds easy because, yes, it is indeed the easy part. We can create every day just naturally. The outside world that we have right now is just a reflection of what takes place in our mind. Whatever your life is, whether it be peaceful, chaos, or whatever it is, it's all because you have created it. You are the only one who's responsible for that. So make sure that whatever you're creating, you create it to the best. You create it how you want it. You can change your world by your thoughts. However, oftentimes we tend to dream big. And you know what happens? Sometimes we don't see the results. What happens when we dream big, we don't see the results? Sometimes we abandon the project before it's even completed. We take courses, we acquire degrees and accolades, we start businesses, but sometimes we cannot seem to get the desired results. We can't seem to close what we know as the knowing doing gap. Just let this sink in. Think about how much knowledge that we've acquired. And with knowledge at our fingertip, there is Google University, YouTube University, everything is available at our fingertip. We know so much, yet we have access to all of this information, yet we cannot seem to get the results. That's because we know what to do, but we're not doing it. And we have to do so by closing that gap, that knowing doing gap, taking actions and getting rid of the saboteurs that actually stop us from having our dreams fulfilled. Some of these saboteurs, we know it. They're like self-doubt, indecision, bad self-image, paradigms, and terror barriers. These are all things that just come in our way and they sabotage us. So we know what to do. So how do we ensure that we actually do what we're supposed to do? So we're going to start first with self-doubt and indecision. Indecision, they say, causes disintegration. It's a basic law of the universe. You either create or you disintegrate. We're here to talk about creating. So why allow ourselves to be faced with indecision? A lot of times, indecision comes because we're not sure. I like to tell a little story, my version of it, where they talk about 3 feet from goal. This is a miner who had a gold mine, and what happened? He was doing pretty well, but then he could not find any more gold. He basically went bankrupt. What he did is sold his mine at a small cost and ended up owing persons. But guess what? The person that bought that gold mine, what did he do? He went to a professional. And you know what the professional told him? He said, however, the gold runs, the vein, it changes sometimes. So you may come to what seems like a dead end. But believe you me, goal is always 3 feet away. So had he seek help from someone who would have already done it, maybe an expert in that field, he would have been a millionaire because that person that purchased that gold mine struck it rich. Whenever you're faced with indecision, remember, sometimes you just have to jump and grow wings as you fall. Do not allow self doubt to become a saboteur because not all opportunities, not all doors can reopen. When you make a decision, you will find the people, resources, and ideas that you need. Whatever it is, whatever area of your life, nothing is new on this face of the earth. You can find people, do research, find masterminds, people who have done it before, get books, but there are always ways for you to overcome self doubt. Now we're going to talk about poor self image. Oh my goodness, this is one of my favorites because from a youth, I can understand that poor self image that a lot of people face. I myself would have faced it, not feeling confident about myself. Many of us, we have stories of ourselves that we tell ourselves. My question to you now, what is the story of yourself that you've told yourself today? That story that would cause you to, to not think the best of yourself. The poor me story, the victim mentality. A lot of us, what happened is that we have not come to self acceptance. One of the things I would strongly recommend that you do is work with a coach, maybe a self-image coach. That is something that really do help. And self-image not only comes from the outside, but it also comes from the inside. What you can try to do is ensure that you dress a certain way, dress like the person that you see yourself or envision yourself to be. And it's not about faking it to make it, because we don't do that. But what we do is we become that person that we see ourselves to be, envision that person, create that person by physically dressing that way and also by working on the internal. Because if you work on the outside, but you do not work on the inside, that itself will always be a self saboteur for you. Because if the inside is not fixed, the outside will not uphold itself. So there's something called a self-image board. You can actually like take pictures of people that you admire. For example, if you are a speaker and you like a way that someone speak, you can adapt their style of speaking or pull out certain ways that they present themselves, and you can adapt to that. But the whole idea is to create and have a vision and see yourself in a certain way. Along with self image, one main thing that a lot of people do not talk about is the way you allow others to treat you. I've spoken to a lot of people who have actually not understood that they are responsible for how they allow others to treat them. And you may ask, how can I be responsible for how someone else treats me? Yes, indeed, you are, because it depends on what you accept. If you have a great self image and you think highly of yourself, you're not going to allow someone to disrespect you. And the way that you would treat yourself or you would treat someone else, you would expect someone else to treat you. And if they cannot live up to that, what do? You step away. The best thing to do is to get yourself engaged with similar people with a similar mindset. That is another way that you can help to improve your self-image. Now we're going to talk about paradigms. Now, paradigms is this big thing, and a lot of people, this big word, and a lot of people are so scared of it. But what exactly are paradigms? It's a term that's used to describe a mass of information that is programmed into an individual's subconscious mind. Remember, we talk about the conscious and the subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind has been thought to believe these things. And paradigms are usually there from birth. And there's some paradigms that are inset into our subconscious mind after birth, depending on where we were born, the beliefs that our parents have, the beliefs that our community has, the belief that our peers have. This information is expressed in behavioral patterns, and it actually produces the results a person gets in life. I will tell you a little story of some monkeys that were placed in a cage. What happened? They placed bananas up high, and they placed 10 monkeys into this cage. Whenever they tried to climb, they fed them bananas before they got into the cage. But whenever they tried to climb to get bananas, when they weren't there, water was poured down into the cage. So eventually the monkeys stopped reaching for the banana. What they did with the experiment is start to take out one and replace it with another monkey that was fed banana. What happened? When that monkey came in, automatically he tried to get that banana, but the others were pulling him down, pulling him down. And what they did, they eventually took out all of the monkeys and replaced them. But what happened? Whenever the monkeys came in the cage, they no longer tried to reach for that banana. What that shows is that whatever beliefs that we are told in life, a lot of times we just take it. We don't question why is it that things are this way. But let me tell you something today. It's very important that you break down paradigms. Paradigm structures a person's logic. It makes you believe things that actually sometimes are really not logical. It shapes your perception. According to Bob Proctor, he defines a paradigm as a group of habits that are programmed in your subconscious mind that controls your behavior. A paradigm is a roadmap of events that has happened in your life, and you give meaning to them. A lot of us have religious paradigms. A lot of us have just general community paradigms. It's important that we break those paradigms down because they stop us from achieving those results that we want. Remember, I spoke earlier about the knowing-doing gap. You know what to do. You've done the courses, you have the accolades, but what's stopping you? All of these things: self-doubt, poor self-image, indecision, paradigms. Now, let's talk a little bit about terror barriers. Yes, terror barriers are another fierce warrior against us being able to get the results that we need. Challenges are basically what we call terror barriers. And these are based on our unconscious fears. Like a lot of times, say we overcome the paradigms and the self-doubt and whatever, and we're getting it done. Yes, we're halfway there, or we're 3/4 way there. And then fear steps in. A terror barrier is basically an illusion. Every fiber of our being wants to turn back and throw in the towel and forget about what we're doing because the subconscious mind is always working on protecting us to keep us safe from harm. What you must do is not allow old conditionings and beliefs to stop you from performing new acts in an efficient and effective manner. So those fears do tend to come in, those terror barriers. That terror barrier is basically a feeling of anxiety. Have you ever done something, you're getting there and you're like, oh, this is too good to be true? The anxiety kicks in. That anxiety that you feel whenever you're about to start something new or you're about to get into a higher realm of something, another level, that fear that you feel, those are your terror barriers. Those are the things that stop us from being able to get to the other end. So you have the formula. I just shared with you. You are in charge. You have the most potent form of energy. You can create whatever your mind conceive. and you understand what is it that stops you from doing these things. Those are the terror barriers, they doubt, whatever it is. So you have everything in your hand. You know that these things are illusions, they're not real. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, you can achieve it. Of course, there's always the people who are in your life. I'm sure each and every one of you can think of that person that always have a problem for every solution. While you do, you stay away from those people. You are limitless potential. You are you to the second power. You No one can tell you what you're capable of achieving. No one can tell you your true potential because no one knows anyone's true potential. All of everything that has been ever created at some point or the other, someone thought about it. They dreamed it. They had passion. They placed emotion into it, and it was done. You have the understanding because you've taken this time to understand your thoughts better and you understand that you are in control. My question to you is, what are you going to do? You have the formula. They say the formula to success is not doing certain things, but doing things a certain way. We all, we all do have we all do have that key. We all do have that ability to be limitless potential. So what are you going to do today to ensure that you reach to the end of your goal? You may ask someone who's already done it, well, how did you do this? What steps did you take? They may take certain steps and you may take those same steps and you might not reach the success that they do because it's not doing certain things, but it's doing things a certain way. So, with all of this information that you have and being that person who has a dream and who can visualize the end of everything in mind, use that information to think into results. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I really do hope that you take the time to take all the tips that I've given you. Remember that you are in charge of your life. You are responsible for your results. Remember to think into results.
Thank you. That was a wonderful, wonderful talk. Can you let our audience know how can they reach you, reach out to you if they'd like to get more information?
Yes, certainly. You can reach me at Linktree /Adornami, ADORNAMI. You would be able to have access to all my platforms from there.
Wonderful. And I loved all the stuff you talked about. I definitely resonate with that. But can you just speak really quickly to the person who's listening and is feeling a little resistance right now to some of the things that you're saying?
Oh, most definitely. I would tell that person that whatever it is that you want to do, you can actually do it. I know it's a bit difficult, and sometimes the whole concept of you being in charge of your end seems a little bit unrealistic, but the truth is, we are. Whatever it is that we want, we can visualize it. And once you visualize it, you can set goals. And goals can be broken down into small bits until it's achieved. If you really think about all the great people, they had ideas and they never gave up. The Wright brothers is always an inspiration for me. People laughed at them, thought that their ideas were crazy. But look at us today. We're traveling in aircrafts all over the world.
Yes. So thank you again, Ms. Adams, for joining us this evening. We look forward to hearing from you again in the future. And remember that genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you.
So the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students, and you can go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or you can donate via Cash App and using the hashtag, which is the $, B like boy, X like X-ray, USA. That's $, B like boy, X like X-ray, USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students, and students can also register online at the blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for July 2023. That's NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Rocher Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation, Inc., Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Melaine Cheney Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, and Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
I'm Ramon Ray, founder of Smart Hustle Magazine and smallbiztechnology.com.
Today to celebrate small business success. Stand up on your feet. You rocked the house. Hey, thank you. It was amazing. Didn't we learn? For me, success comes from failure. One thing not to do is shake somebody's hand like this.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso. A new concept in social media, Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces this community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Truso is both social and safe. We refer to Truso as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Aida Correa Jackson, and I am your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our speaker this evening is Dr. Latanya Small, and she'll be speaking on moving beyond your circumstances. Dr. Latanya Small is the founder and CEO of LT Empowerment Incorporated, a consulting company with the mission of empowering people to live life with possibilities, power, and purpose. She offers facilitated learning and strategic development through customized services, workshops, and coaching and motivational speaking. LT Empowerment adds value to its clients by unpacking the root, reward, and relational impact of decisions and actions derived or planned, and transforms them to viable outcomes that render performance excellence and financial gains. Dr. Small has over 34 years of experience working with the federal government and private and nonprofit organizations. I want to welcome this evening Dr. Small.
Hello. Thank you
so much
for that lovely welcome.
Thank you. You have an impressive resume. I've had the opportunity of seeing you speak before. We are looking forward to you speaking today. and sharing with us, getting behind beyond your circumstances this evening.
Okay. Well, hello again. I am Dr. Latanya Small, and I am excited again to be with you today. But I have a question for you. I know I was going to talk about moving beyond our circumstances, but I feel like I'm going to give you something extra. I hope everyone likes something extra because I want to talk about how do you start and continue your own business because there's still time. There's a lot of business owners out here. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out here. And I want to let you know if you have something inside of you, there's still time. And that's how you move beyond your circumstances because to be transparent, sometimes every day it's not going to be the great day, but we can move beyond our circumstances so that we can live in our purpose. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt trapped, stuck, or ashamed, or even crushed? Yes, I said crushed, crushed by life. Or have you been in a bad relationship, marriage, or even saw the joy, your voice, or that vibrant spirit pulled away from you little by little? Or maybe to some of my business owners or some of my people out there, have you ever felt that there is no way, and wonder how in the hell, yes, I said that, how in the hell did you get here? I have too. But guess what? There's still time. There is still time to get into your purpose because LT empowerment is all about empowering people to live their life with possibilities, power, and purpose. And that is even you. You see, I've had some problems. I've had some setbacks. Even in my glory days of all my accomplishment, I can remember when life was not so good. And for some of my owners and some of my people out there, and I hope I'm resonating with someone out there, is that sometimes you have an idea planted inside of you. You have a business, you have an entrepreneur spirit, you have a dream. Yes, you have a dream that you want to accomplish, and you feel like there's no more time. I'm here to tell you there's still time. There is still time. And what time stands for is T is the talent, I is being intentional, M is for managing the resources, and E is for the energy. That's what time is. And I'm going to give you a blueprint on how you can, because I like epic things. I know Dr. Kelly likes epic because the Black Business Network is epic and empowering. And so I want to give you the blueprint on how you can start from where you are and move and accelerate to a higher level. You can elevate, you can rise up to that higher calling that is within you. And it starts by knowing that there is still time. So let's kind of go through that. When I talk about time, and the first in the time, and the T is your talent. In any business and anything in life, you should always understand what is the talent that you have. In other words, what is your purpose? I'm always talking about purpose because I love purpose so much. Purpose is basically your existence, your why. It's what's setting you apart from everyone else. Everybody has a purpose. Everyone has a goal. Everyone has a dream. Everybody has a purpose. And as we are going to rise to the next occasion to level up and to really thrive in life, because we don't want to exist. We don't want to exist. We want to live. And in order for you to do that, you have to understand the talent in terms of your purpose, your why. Go back in terms of why. And when I talk to my clients and I talk to various people and various platforms that I speak on, when I ask them, what is your why? Why are you here? And sometimes they say, Dr. Latoya, I don't know. I haven't gotten that. Well, I get that. So we can unpack that, but starting about the things that you don't like. Let's remove those things that you be like, That's off the table. I know I don't like that. I know I'm not good at that. But there is something everyone is great at. There is something that you have a gift and only you have. You start with that. It is something that you do that makes you so unique, that makes you shine out, that your friends, your family, your colleagues, everybody sees it. You have it. And we kind of brush it off, be like, oh, that's just me. I don't know. That's your why. That's your purpose. That's what's going to stand you out. When we talk about your purpose, it's your brand. Everybody has a brand. Everybody has a brand. You are your own brand, your own CEO. And you have to establish that. You have to understand that. So I want you to think about your purpose, your talent, and see your passion. Let me just break this down. Your passion is basically what you like to do. You know, everyone likes to do something. Your passion is what you like to do. Your talent, I talked about talent. Your talent is what you can do. Oh, I can do this very well. I can do this. But we're going to level up, right? Your purpose is what you're supposed to be doing. You have to walk in your purpose. When I started LT Empowerment, and someone asked that, I got a question when someone said, well, how did you know what was your purpose? It was what gave me joy. It was helping out women. It was helping out people. It was empowering them to be their better self. It was telling them about their story and how to let them move from pain to purpose, from barren to blessing, from chaos to confidence. It was about that. From moving from your trials to your triumph. It was about something that I had that was such a gift that came so natural to me about empowering. That was my purpose. That was my talent. You too can have that. You have to operate that. And it all starts back to your dream. I talk about that all the time. What are you dreaming? What are you dreaming? Where are you? And sometimes we get so busy and, so burdened down with everything that's happening that you start dreaming. You have to always dream. You have to always hope. You have to have something to live and aspire to. So go back. What were your dreams? What are you still dreaming? A dream is not something that you had when you were young. You should be still dreaming today. And as long as I am vertical, as long as I have movement and I am not laying horizontal, hello, I can still have a dream. I want you to have that. That's how you start your first blueprint in starting off your own entrepreneur. You have to understand that the T is your talent, your purpose, your why. Have that. Now, let's move on in terms of the I. The I is being intentional. Basically, how committed are you? You're intentional. A lot of people, and we talk about business owners and starting out, we have that why. We understand our purpose, what we want to do, and we get excited, and this is what we're trying to do. But are we intentional? Are we committed? Are you committed to the fight? Because it's not going to be easy, but are you committed? Are you setting out time in your schedule to work your plan? You see, that is so important that we work our plan, that we plan it out, that we write it down. Are we intentional? Are we writing down our business model? Are we talking with people? Are we intentional? See, what transfer from an idea to a dream, because again, a dream is something that you make happen. A wish is something that you wish to happen, that you want to happen. You have to walk this out. So many times we have things that are so conceptual, it's in our mind, but we don't write it out. We're not intentional. We don't want to do the work, and we have to do the work. You have to work out your plans. You have to write out the vision and make it plain. And so I ask, in terms of your time, there's still time. That I is being intentional. Where are you in terms of being intentional and being committed? Are you setting aside time to do that? Are you meeting with people? Are you having it in your business, in your room, and on your wall? Are you having that vision? I have that all over my room in terms of the things that I need to do because that keeps me grounded. That keeps me grounded. I have a whiteboard that I write out my goals for the quarter, what I'm trying to do. And as I'm doing, I scratch it off. I write it through because we need to be intentional. Intentional is about our actions. That's what turns a business from a hobby. Because there's a lot of things that we're doing that may be your hobby because you haven't worked it into your business. You need to make that have teeth, make that have life, breathe into that. That is your business, that is your plan. And so I tell you, how intentional are you? When I first started out with LT Empowerment, it took a while. And I'm going to be honest because I'm very transparent. It took a while for me to get things working. And for a while, it was some of my business plans was in a state of rest for maybe 5 years. I had started it, got it off, and then life happens, things, again, like I said, I've had some setbacks. I had to deal with life. And so my dream became on pause. My business became on pause. But it was then a couple of years ago, and I said, it's time to birth this baby. It's time to give it life. It's time to rebrand, restructure, and make it re-energize and have it come out. And I was very intentional. I did my business plan. I met with my partners. I got incorporated. I got all my resources together. And I'm going to talk about that next. And that helped me start and moving what I had conceptually that was dormant for a couple of years to make it a full-fledged business. And I was intentional. What's the difference? I'm intentional. And see, when you talk about things being intentional, when people say, well, I don't have the time, we have the time for the things that we want to happen. Yeah, we do. You will find it. I know there's only 24 hours in a day. We work, we do this, we have life. You will carve off some time for those things that are important. How important is it for you? That's a question. I always ask people, and I will ask you too, what would you do if you could not fail? I'm going to repeat that. What would you do if you could not fail? And when I ask that question to so many people out there, they are kind of taken back. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll start this, or I'll start a business, or I'll do this. My question to them and my response is, who told you you were going to fail? You see, we take things on into the other realm. We feel like I'm going to fail. Failure isn't final. Failure isn't final. In fact, all the greats in our lives who have excelled to the highest level had some failures. And see, when we think about failures, we think like, I can't make a mistake. You can make the mistake because the mistake and what we do that's imperfect is going to give you closer to your perfection, to your purpose, to that being golden. You see, when you think about Oprah Winfrey, when you think about Michael Jordan, when you think about Walt Disney, when you think about Steven Spielberg, when you think about all the people who have made it so far, Stephen Jobs, when you think about everyone, they had some failures. And what they did was they failed fast. They learned from those. And then that brought them closer to their greatness. And so when we get to, we are a society who frowns on failures, but failures gives you to your perfection. I would dare ask any business owner or any person out there that your greatest trial that you came through, you're on the other side from your comeback, you are much stronger because of what you went through. You were tested, so therefore now you have your testimony. And even in business, in terms of your second blueprint, your second step in not only having the talent with understanding your purpose, but being intentional in working out your plan. You have to work out your plan because we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Be intentional about what you want to do, but also give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace because life is going to happen. Sometimes it may not work on the first, the second, or the third go around. Give yourself some grace. Oh, well, I'm going to do it this way. I tell people who are starting out in business and even some of my clients that in life, I either win or I learn. That is what I do. That's the L. The L is not for loss. The L is for I learn. You take those lessons learned and not take, those learning, those things that were challenging, and you learn from them and you rise up. You elevate. That is your second blueprint in terms of being intentional. How committed are you? The next one, in terms of there's still time, the M is about managing your resources. Mhm. Your resources. In any business owner and entrepreneur, you need to manage your resources. And when I'm talking about resources, since I'm on the M, I'm going to talk about your manpower, I'm going to talk about the money, and I'm going to talk about the materials. Let's start with the first, the latter first, your materials. Your materials is likely what I said in terms of your resources, in terms of your documents. How are you managing that? How are you keeping your documents? Even if you do things electronic, still keep playing, still keep copies. How are you managing? Are you chaotic? Is there folders? Do you have something? Do you have your taxes? Yes, I'm gonna go talk about taxes because are you good with the state? Are you registered? That's your documentation. That's your materials. You know, you need to have all of everything about your business in a soundproof. And is it protected? Yes, is it protected? You need to make sure you have all of that down. Are you managing your resources or your materials, your documents, your presentation? Do you have all of that tightly knitted? Make sure that you have all of that together. Then the other M in terms of your resources is the money. Yes, the money. This is so funny when we talk of it's funny and it's interesting, especially with women entrepreneurs, because when we get to women entrepreneurs, when we talk about the money and talk about the prices, a lot of people shy back from that when they say in terms of how much are your services, how much do you charge, and we want to be like. And this is, I'm just making a general statement, so don't beat me up. Don't go to Dr. Kelly and said all of this. This is, I'm just making a general statement. From my experience, I'm using me, from my experience, I have seen it where when you ask about financial resources for women entrepreneurs, we back down and we will negotiate a little bit more than what a male counterpart would do. What I have said to everyone is don't devalue your worth. Don't devalue your worth. You need to be comparative with everything, with the service that you have that's in the industry, your market analysis, what is the going rate for the service that you're offering, and you work that. You work out that. Don't devalue your worth because I'm just going to be real. People do not value free. Free 99 does not work. When you say, well, I'm going to give this to you for free, I'm going to do this for free, they don't value that. And so with your services, with your worth, you put a price tag on it. And it's okay if perhaps someone may not be able to afford you at this particular time. That happens. But you can also, because I'm also about customer service, you can also work out a plan for them. This is my going rate. How much are you willing? How much are you willing to do? What is your budget? I always start out, but what's your budget? I have my price. What's your budget? And there are creative ways that you can make your figure without it being, if they cannot price you out at that. So you always have to, always think about that in terms of the money, in terms of your managing your resources. Definitely make sure that if it's a business, entrepreneurs, first thing I'm going to ask, are you registered? Are you in good standing with the state? Do you file your taxes? Because if you don't file your taxes and stuff like that, baby, you got a hobby. You don't have a business, you got a hobby. Make sure that you are legit. And again, in going back to the money and the value, how many of you like Apple products? I'm an Android. Don't beat me up. I'm an Android person. But everybody else in my family are Apple. And one thing that I find about Apple customers, you are very loyal. You are very loyal. The next Apple version, I believe 15 is getting ready to drop in September or in the fall. Regardless of if that thing could be $2,000, $5,000, them Apple customers will be right there saying, I need to get that new device. Very loyal. They understand the brand. They understand the quality. They understand the services they're getting, and that's what they want to pay for. Same example for you. As business women, as business owners, entrepreneurs, set in terms of your value. Manage that. Manage your money. And it's not necessarily how much you make, it's how you manage it. I know people who make far more money than I do, even in my good various government jobs. They make far more money than I do, but it's how they manage their money. It's how you manage it. Manage your money. The last M for in terms of managing is the manpower. And I would say manpower in terms of your relationships. Who's on your team? Everybody needs a team. We were not meant to be doing business in a silo. That's why, again, I like the Black Business Network, because this is a plethora of speakers. And guess what? Everyone here, and we want more to come. Believe me, we are looking for you. We are looking for you to bring your business to the Black Business Network. There is so much to go around that I don't have to be in competition. I don't have to be in competition with the young lady who spoke prior and the young woman who's going to speak after me. I'm not in competition because why? I know my talent. I know my purpose. I know my audience. I know it speaks to a certain type of audience, and so do theirs. There's room to go around, but you have to build relationships. You see, there is no relationship without a business and no business without a relationship. We have to always build those relationships because relationships matter. How I'm connected to this great network is through a relationship from someone who said, I think this is something that you maybe want to participate in. I was like, oh, thank you. There's opportunity, but we have to build the network. There is strength in numbers, and that's how we rise. That's how we elevate. That's how we really get to the next, is about building those relationships. We partner together. I believe in working stronger and not harder. And so when I see that there are people out here who have similar empowerment business, coaching and network and leadership development, I want to partner. What are you doing? Let's do something together. Let's do a symposium. Let's do a workshop. Let's do a conference. Let's partner together because there are strength in numbers. Learn how to partner. This idea that is me, myself, and I, that's not going to take you far. That's not going to take you far. Partner. Partnerships work. Manage that. Learn how to manage your materials. Learn how to manage that money. And learn how to manage your manpower. Your manpower in terms of your team. Build a team. Find you someone that's going to support you. find you someone because you cannot do it all. And what I'm trying to do is speak in existence to you. You may be starting off small. It may be a team of one, and that's okay. But what I see, I like to speak greatness. I like to speak those things that I do not see, but those things that I believe. And so I'm going to speak that what's coming, you're not going to be able to hold. You need to build a team that's going to help because you're going to be elevated. So start looking for your team. Start getting the people who have various skills, getting an accountant, getting someone to do your marketing, getting someone to do your social media, getting someone to do your materials. Start getting all that team. And again, once you get a team, you're not envious of everyone because everyone comes with their gifts and talents. One show, it's a book, King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table. What I loved about that is that, first of all, it's a round table. A round table means that there is no head. We are all in this together. We are all in this together. When I build great teams in business, I make sure that I pull from people with different backgrounds, that are diverse, that have great skills, great competencies, great attributes that I don't have. Because I don't need another me. I need someone who knows how to go ahead and market. I need someone who knows how to do investment. I need someone who knows how to go ahead and do social media. I need someone who knows how to do wardrobe. So when I go out there, I'm all that. That's a team. Build your team. Now, the last thing in There's Still Time, the E in time, is energy. When you think about your business, when you think about your next, bring the energy. I don't want to go into business with anybody that's dead. So if I'm coming to you and we're going to collaborate, we're going to do a business venture, and if I come to you and you're not excited, you're not engaged, you're like, well, we're going to do this, and I feel that. No, I need the energy. I need the energy. I need to know that there is excitement, that you are passionate about what you're doing, because that's going to go a long ways. Now, can we be excited every day? There's going to be some rain coming through something. And I talked about that when I said, have you been trapped? Have you been stuck? Have you been crushed? And life happens because, again, from a problem becomes a purpose, comes a promise. And so, even when there is not sunshine, but there's rain, there's a blessing in the rain. There is a blessing when you are going through. And notice my words. I'm very careful with my words. I said you are going through. When you are going through, that means you are leaving. You're not staying there. So many times I feel that business owner and people who really want to start a business, we feel that we put a period where it's only a comma. There's still time. There's still time to do whatever you wanted to do, but you got to have energy. You've got to show up and show out. Now, granted, I know the moderator says that she's seen me speak on this platform before, and for those of you who have seen me before, you can catch that my voice may sound a little hard, a little dry, because I am fighting a cold. Yes, I am fighting a cold. But I'm still bringing the energy. I'm still bringing the energy because I have to represent my brand. I have to represent LT empowerment. If I'm about empowerment, I can't come up here being dead and dry. I got to bring it because people want to know, why should I do business with you? What sets you apart from someone else? And so you have to have that hook. You have to have that niche. And always, in terms of getting ready, you got to have that energy. Your energy and your engagement starts with being able to have that elevated speech. And that comes from, who are you, where you're from, what do you do, and how do you add value? Simple things. An elevated speech. I tell people always have that. Because when you collaborate, when you meet, because you are always on. As a business person, I'm always on. I can't say my business is just from, 4 to 5. No, I got to be ready because you never know who's seeking you. You never know who's out there, who's looking for that opportunity. You've got to have the energy. You are your face, you are your brand. And so you need to have all of that in terms of moving forward because there is still time. We are moving beyond our circumstances. We are halfway. It is 2023. This is the month of July. This is the 7th month. And the 7th is completion. It is complete. And so for some of us, I want you to take this. I'm giving you an activity. Yes, I'm going to give you an activity. I want you to think of those things that need to be completed. Those things that you are halfway. For my game people, you are at halftime. It is halftime, and halftime is almost over. You have the next half of 2023 to turn things around. If there's a business out there that you are trying to birth, where are you? We are waiting for you because there's room. There is room out here for you to start your business. There is room, but you have to know, you have to understand the time. You have to understand the talent that you're bringing, the purpose, your why. You have to understand how you have to be the I in terms of being intentional, being hungry, being ready for that opportunity, doing the work, being committed, working your plan, having goals and systems in place. A system in place is going to help you achieve that goal. Your system is how you want to get there, how you want to achieve that goal. Then you have to manage your resources. You have to manage the materials. You have to manage the money and the manpower. And I don't care if all of that is on a virtual platform, someone needs to manage that. You need to manage that. And the E in time, you got to have the energy. You've got to be excited. You've got to be engaged. You've got to be ready. You've got to be ready for that opportunity. That's how we know that we can move beyond our circumstances and turn this next half of 2023. Oh, we can turn it around. I always tell people that I love the word no. No is a complete sentence now. But you can turn no around, and that means it's on. And for you who are looking at starting your business, this is a Black Business Expo. It's a network of business owners who are giving you tools, nuggets, tidbits to help you flourish your next half. We're ready for you. We want you to come to us. We want you to come and be on this platform because there's room. It's still time. It's still time to do what you need to do to move on your business. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about the next because once you understand that there's still time, you are then ready for your next. So you are still planning things out for your next. You're not being comfortable, but you are on the move. Again, we're not existing, but we're living. We're living. And that goes back to how I started this story, because I believe everyone has a story. I believe everyone has a story. So let me share a little bit about my story. I talked about in terms of that I've experienced in life, but let me share this. I've experienced all of the problems that I mentioned in terms of bad relationship, a bad marriage, financial debt. I've experienced those. Even though I've had some great career successes and some highlights, I've been keynote speakers, I've been on boards, I've been in conferences, I've been on radio, TV shows. But the main thing is that I have gone through. And that's what I'm here to help you do. Go through to get to your next. You see, I've experienced and learned from several of my setbacks. I've come back for some tragic, tragic setbacks, and so can you. The turning point, again, was my story because I believe everyone has a story. Every business owner, everybody has a story, and I am waiting to hear your story. I'm a woman that is grounded in faith, and I'm a woman who believes that your current situation is not your final destination. LT Empowerment is here to help get you there. You see, when I was going through, I did what I don't know if some of you may know this person, but I did one of Janet Jackson's old move, control. I took back control of my life because so many times we give the power to someone else. And as owners, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, you've got to take the power back for your next. So I am, and I know that's your story too. I am determined, I'm passionate, I'm persistent, and I'm a fighter. I'm a leader and I'm a change agent, and so are you. We are waiting to help you get to your next because there is still time. And LT Empowerment is here with the Black Business Network to help get you there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Small. As always, very inspiring. Even in spite of, like you said, you're feeling under the weather, you still brought that energy. You still brought the information that people need. So let me ask you, if you don't mind, really quickly,
No,
how do
come
you
on.
do that? How do you pull that out from the inside of you? I know it's your brand, but sometimes I also speak with entrepreneurs, and sometimes I'm like, this is your business, not mine. Like, I can't be more excited about it than you are. How do you pull that out of yourself to be excited, even when you're feeling under the weather?
Thank you for asking. And that's a great question. How I do that is because I believe that life always presents you lessons. Someone is always watching you. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and it's very important that I set the example because even when I talk about managing your resources starts at home. And about being intentional, I am also consistent. How I am at home is how I am in my business. And so I needed to show her that in life, you're not going to have great days. You're not going to feel it. But because this is something I'm passionate, this is my calling, my purpose, I still have to show up. I still have to show up. I still have to dress and get excited about it and show up because I don't want her to see like, oh, I'm not. It's not a good day. I'm just not going to go to school. I just don't want to do the work. No, you can't do that. So I believe first and foremost, I have to set the example. I have to model the behavior and the actions that I want to see because everybody is a potential customer, whether it's a young child, because for her, I'm showing her how to be a businesswoman. Whether it's a customer, whether it's a client, I have to show up. And so you model the behavior that you need. Now, granted, if I had COVID, I would have called Dr. Kelly, can't do this.
Right.
But I just got a cold.
Yeah. So one other question, if you don't mind me asking, because I loved how you said manage your team, right? So oftentimes when we talk to entrepreneurs, the very first thing they think is my business is going to grow and I'm going to run it all. And I see this a lot. So they're burnt out, they're exhausted. And I'm saying, if you want to grow, you have to have a team. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Team is very important. And let me say this, when I first started out, I had a team. And your team, at first, you know who your team, because your team is your circle, the people who are supporting you. And so I had people, some of my friends that were close and they were supporting me and things like that. But they're giving me their time and they're doing this. But guess what? They're not invested as I am. They're not invested as I am. And so when they would help me out on a presentation, go with me to a conference and stuff like that, that's fine and dandy, but they're not invested. And I can't ask them to be invested when I'm not paying them. They're giving them free labor. And so I had to learn early on, I don't mind sharing lessons. I had to learn early on that I thank them for just starting me out, but I knew that's not my team. You have to invest. And I know that some people can get virtual assistants, you can do things virtually. You need to find you someone who that you always build that relationship with. And let me tell you the problems when you don't have the team. Earlier this month, I was blessed to speak at a conference, and it started off with one session. I end up doing like five workshops. Start off with one, I end up doing 5. And I had everything together, but had I had my team with me, I would have been, because I had to order some extra products. I had my handouts, I had other things. When I was telling people in the room, like, hey, because they added this session on, I'm here to do this, write down your name, do this. I could have one of my team members work the room. They could work the room, they could do this, they can pass out handouts, they can do everything that I needed to do. I don't have to be the presenter, the handout, the usher, everything. You do get burned out. Invest. And so I promised myself that as I'm building, because I know their next location, the next time I'm going to have my team with me, because that's an investment that's well paid. That's an investment that was paid. And the first thing that I did, and let me say this, my person who helped me when I was doing my incorporation, the first thing she asked me to do is understand the difference between employees and contractors. An employee is when you have to pay all the benefits and stuff like that. A contractor is someone saying, hey, I just want you to do X, Y, and Z tasks. When that's done, you get paid. I don't have to do their benefits. I just issue them there's your statements. And so as business owners, you need to understand who you need to have. I know I needed to have some contractors because I'm not full up to have that. But guess what? My vision where I want to go, I will have a full-time employee because that's where I'm going. I will have a full-time employee who's going to stay at my brick and mortar all the time. So I'm speaking that into existence.
Hey, I feel you. I have my little list as I grow, who will be hiring first. So just if you don't mind me asking one more question along the lines of what you're talking about. I love that you said investing in your business. Oftentimes when people are starting out new and fresh, and this is not for everyone, but I see this a lot with entrepreneurs, and I'm sure you do when they're starting new, is they want everyone to do things for free. They want to do everything themselves, or they want people to do things for them for a nominal amount or for free, which we all know that sometimes you're starting out, you don't have a lot. But talk a little bit about investing in your business. Like, it's going to cost money to start your business.
Absolutely. It is going to cost money, and you need to start investing in that and have the resources. And again, set that aside. I have different accounts. I don't like commingling money. I don't like commingling money. So what I do with LT Empowerment, that's LT Empowerment. Latanya Small has her own account. I don't commingle money. I have separate accounts. You have to invest. Again, you are your brand. You need to invest. You need to understand. And it's okay that you may say, like, well, can I get a discount? Because again, you don't ask Apple for a discount. You don't ask for that purse, a red bottom shoes. You don't get no discount on that. And so it's funny how we would ask for discounts on other things and nominal prices for our services or expect that. But when we want something higher, we're willing to play whatever it takes. And so you have to understand that you are a value. What you have is important. It may not be for everybody, but your audience, if you do your marketing analysis, if you do your business plan, your problem, because everyone, that's the key thing. All businesses start with a problem. That's why I made that statement. All business start with a problem. What problem are you solving? People are not going to connect with you if they don't understand what problem are you solving, because everyone has a problem or a need that they need solved. We got into Facebook, we got to this platform because there was a need. Everything has a need you have to address. And that's why I started out my story was that, hey, have you been crushed? Because if you've been crushed, if you've had trials and tribulations, if you felt ashamed, if you felt like you've had some setbacks, I want to relate to you because that's my story. So I'm getting to that need. I can help you if that's your need. LT Empowerment can help move you to your possibility, to your purpose, and to all possibilities.
That's wonderful. So can you let us know how we can reach you?
Absolutely. Yes, yes, love it. You can always reach me on social media on my Facebook, Dr. Latanya L. Small, um, info at ltempowerment.com. I'm on LinkedIn at LT Empowerment Inc. My website is ltempowerment.com. And yes, always. And Instagram is LT Empowerment too. Instagram is LT Empowerment. So Inc. Please reach out. Again, I'm here because of you. I don't exist if I can't empower you.
Well, thank you so much again, Dr. Small, for coming this evening. And as always, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs that are in school and want to become entrepreneurs. This expo is, you can go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate. So you can donate there. And then also the students can register there at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. To donate to the scholarship fund, please go to that website, or you can use Cash App. And then with Cash App, you do the $, and it's B like boy, X like X-ray USA. That's B like boy, X like X-ray USA, and you can donate to the scholarship fund there. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students, and they can also, like I said before, register online at blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We'd like to thank our Black Business Expo sponsors for July 2023. NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richer Coaching and Training, Carolina Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation, Inc., Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Mullane Cheney Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to do, I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
You see the career opportunity. you feel it's yours. After all, you're well qualified, but you don't apply. You feel stuck and can't move forward in your career. I've learned as a 10-year career strategist, we must learn how to show up. To show up, we will rise up. We have an amazing resource on this planet, a resource with tremendous potential. That resource is us, women. Far too many of us, when we want to rise up and advance in our careers, we hit an invisible barrier. It's called the glass ceiling. And when we do make it through the glass ceiling, chances are we're more closely scrutinized than men. As women, we face more barriers to promotions in many organizations. However, I've discovered the biggest barrier, believe it or not, is ourselves. As women, we often hold ourselves back. We are not rising up and tapping into our full potential for 3 reasons. The first is a lack of confidence in our abilities. As women, we hold ourselves back when we make career decisions based on what-ifs. We listen to that little voice in our heads that says, what if I'm not good enough? What if I don't have what it takes? What if I fail? An article in the Harvard Business Review says, men will apply for a position when they meet only 60% of the requirements. Good for them. But what do? We will only apply if we feel we can meet 100% of the requirements. Instead of moving forward with confidence, we hold back. We let fear and doubt take over, even though we know we're well qualified. And the second reason is a lack of assertiveness. We have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't speak up and get noticed? When we join a meeting, we often sit in the back or to the side. When we could assert ourselves, we don't. We shrink back. We let others interrupt us or say nothing when other people take our ideas. When we do speak up, we express ourselves with uncertainty, saying things such as, I'm not sure if this is relevant. I don't know if this is helpful. This may not be a good idea, but when you and I use words and phrases like these, we undermine our credibility. And the third reason, we don't build a support network. My friend, Kim, applied for a position. Her female supervisor felt she was more than qualified. But the supervisor would not give Kim a recommendation. The supervisor felt it would look too much like favoritism. To me, this just looked like one woman who would not reach back and help another woman. If we want to rise up, we must learn to support each other. We need to show up to rise up. Showing up means taking responsibility for your own career path. It was 2005, and I had a comfortable job as an analyst working for the US government, but I wanted more. A supervisor's position opened up, and I submitted my application. I tried to find out as much as I could about who was applying, what were my chances. I discovered that 2 men were applying for the same position. I also discovered that neither of these men had the qualifications that I had. But I was optimistic because one of the women on the interview panel told me that she would support me. So I walked into that interview room well prepared. I answered all their questions. I aced that interview. 3 days later, I was told I wasn't selected. Not only did they select the least qualified one, they selected someone who didn't even belong to the organization. I was shocked. I was hurt. I was angry. I thought, how could this be? It was like a slap in my face. I deserved that job. I thought, maybe I should just look for a job somewhere else. But I was in an exercise class, and it hit me. I'm not a quitter. I have never given up. I deserve this job. I'm good at what I do. At that moment, I realized that if I wanted to rise up, I needed to show up. We need to show up to rise up. Showing up means taking responsibility for your own career path. And then it happened. The man they hired quit. And the manager asked me, the more qualified one, to step into that position. I did. I showed up and I rose up in my career. Having worked with hundreds of women over the years, I know there are 3 steps we need to take to show up. The first is to build confidence. The second is to be assertive. The third is to build a support network. When we follow this 3-step process, we will show up to rise up. When we rise up and tap into our full potential, as women, you and I will contribute more to our organizations, more to our families, and more to our communities. When we show up to rise up, everyone wins.
Hello, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And my genius is helping women accelerate the path to success. You know, I was blessed to have strong women in my life who encouraged, motivated, and pushed me to do my best and to never even think about giving up on my dreams. So I say to women, we must show up to rise up. We have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't speak up and get noticed? I know that women are a tremendous resource on this planet, and there is nothing more fulfilling than helping a woman tap into her full potential. I do this because I want to be a part of helping as many women as I can to show up, to rise up. I do this because genius is common.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur, or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be losers, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America. And my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Aida Correa Jackson, and I am your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. And this evening, we have a wonderful talk on your success mindset with Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis. And if you've been watching the commercials, you've seen her a few times and her amazing talk. We're looking forward to hearing from her. Dr. Lewis is the president and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute, an international TEDx speaker, an international best-selling author, and the creator of the online course, Crack the Career Code, Unlock the Amazing Power Within to Lead with Confidence, Charisma, and Credibility. She is the host of Successful Women radio TV show, career strategist, a trainer, and a business consultant. Please welcome Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis.
Well, hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm so excited that you're speaking this evening. I loved your TEDx talk. I've watched it twice already, so I'm like, I cannot wait to go over it again and glean even more from it. So we're looking forward to hearing what you have to say this evening. Please remember that genius is common, and we'll see you on the other side.
Absolutely. Wow. I tell you what, here we are again. And you know what? I am so excited. And I am always so honored to have another opportunity to be on the Black Business Olympics and the Black Business Network. You know, being on this platform gives me such great pleasure because it's an opportunity to be able to see and to hear so many Black sisters and brothers who are sharing their talents and their gifts, giving of themselves, providing resources, and being all that they can be as business owners, business leaders, and thought leaders. So before I get started, I would be remiss if I did not thank Dr. Eric Kelly III for bringing me onto this awesome platform. I want to thank him for always being an encouragement and an inspiration to me and all the leaders that you have seen this week. He has produced what can be recognized not only as a one-of-a-kind platform, but what I consider to be an incredible vision. He is actually moving us into the realms of the greatest of all times. Dr. Eric Kelly III, I want to thank you for letting me share in this vision. that you work so relentlessly to bring to the forefront. Thank you. And now, hello to all the viewers. Again, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And I help women progress in their career into upper management and executive level positions by helping them to get on a fast track using a toolkit of life skills and abilities. In other words, I help women to navigate through some of the obstacles that they may face when trying to reach the top rung of the career ladder. I help them to focus on a positive and successful mindset. So let's talk about having a successful mindset. You know, throughout my journey in my career and in business, I have mentored, I have coached, and I have advised women who were unhappy and could not figure out in which direction they needed to go. Why did I do this? Or why do I do this? Because I was lucky enough to have people in my life that did the same thing for me. These individuals were instrumental in helping me to navigate the obstacles and challenges that so many women face right now, that I faced when I was in the workplace and even now in business. And I want to be able to do the same thing for all of you, especially the ladies out there. My journey guides women up the career ladder to success. Why? Because I know how you feel. You know, as that old saying goes, I have been there and I have done that. And this is why I have a passion for helping women in any way that I can. I was blessed with mentors who saw my gifts and helped me to reach levels in my military career and in my civilian career that few women sometimes reach, especially a woman of color, both then and later in my role in civilian and federal government. You know, I began to realize that women were watching my progression. And I knew this because they started coming to me for advice on a lot of things, such as reviewing their resumes, advice on what they should do to get to the next level, to move their careers along. They wanted advice on helping them to get through an interview. And they also wanted mentoring. I used to help put together or help them put together mock interviews so we could, you know, actually go through an interview so that they could be comfortable when they actually had to go to a real interview. I also noticed that there were not many women helping each other to move up the career ladder. They either would not take the time or have the willingness to share their knowledge with other women behind them on that journey to success. So, seeing these things, I knew that I had found my purpose. And this also inspired me to start my own business, to provide guidance, coaching, personal and professional development to those women who needed and wanted to advance in their careers or to start a business. It also inspired me to write books, to write articles, which I still do, to provide training, coaching, and tips in videos that would help women with some of the questions they may have needed answers to. Now, with all of that said, let's kind of get started here. You know, I always start with 2 questions because I want you to consider the answers to these questions. The first one is, where are you now? And the second one is, where do you want to go? Now, the reason why I ask these questions is because I have found that most people have a good idea of where they want to go, but they're usually not very accurate as to where they are today and what they need immediately to move forward toward what they want. One reason many people struggle to become successful is because they don't have a clear vision of what they want to accomplish. They may have a vague idea of the benefits they'd like to gain, like more money or a bigger house, a fancy car, but they have no idea what it will take or how they will achieve these things. As you know, history offers us many examples of people and organizations that have quick success and made money in the short term, but could not sustain that success. More often than not, they failed to sustain their success because they did not make a commitment to excellence. They were willing to take shortcuts, and those shortcuts proved to be, in a lot of cases, their undoing. Developing a reputation for excellence is the best insurance for long-term wealth and success. And then again, you have those who eventually lose interest when they don't see much progress. Or in some cases, they see there's real work involved. You know, things may not happen fast enough for them. Or they find out, oh, I really have to put some effort into getting this done. Now, the problem may not be that they're incapable of reaching the level of success they desire, but rather that they do not have a clear enough vision of what they want to accomplish. A vision will help you to overcome obstacles in the way, and it helps you to hold on when times are tough. And I know this because, for example, I see that in Dr. Kelly. His vision is what keeps him going. This vision that he has put together, this platform, I see the obstacles that he sometimes faces. You know, the people that sometimes call in at the last minute, don't show up at the last minute, say they're going to be there and then they're not there. But he continues to hold on through those times. Why? Because he has this vision. And you know, or maybe you don't know, but a vision that is well defined will help you to focus and create a purpose that becomes your measurement for your success. If you do not have a vision of who you want to be, how you want to succeed, or what you want out of life, you may begin to lack drive, and your life could become just an order of events. A vision will make you ask yourself, who do you want to be? Your vision should include who you want to be. It is important to know clearly who you are right now, to know who you want to become. This includes your habits, your attitudes, and your points of view. And if you are unclear about yourself, you will be unclear about your future. The destination of your vision should be emotional, it should be physical, it should be spiritual, and it should be intellectual. People form their own concepts of what success is about in many ways. In an ideal world, we would all arrive at our definitions of success based on a clear understanding of ourselves as individuals and what it is that we want to get out of the many years that we will spend in the workplace or in the business world. However, the truth of the matter is that many of us find it very difficult to disentangle our own personal needs, motives, and values from the messages that we receive from other people about what we ought to want and what kind of success we should be seeking. As it turns out, for these people, the essential but missing ingredient in their planning was self-insight. They made their plans, they pursued their goals, but they never really had a good idea or a solid understanding of how their plans and goals fit their own personal objectives. They just assumed that they were doing the right things. But all of the while, they never realized, maybe until it was too late, that they were working with someone else's concept of success and not their own. Now, you will often find that success means very different things to different people. Yet, we often talk about and think about success as though we all have the same concept of what a successful individual is. But here's the question: what is success? Let's put it in a simple form. Success means making the difference that only you can make. It means being appreciated and rewarded for being your true self each day. It means doing work that reflects your unique interests, talents, values, and gifts. With true success, the line between who you are and what you do disappears. Yes, success is scary because it involves change. Success can be intimidating and it can be hard to handle. Success also involves more challenges and responsibilities, and I might add, than some people are willing to put forth, because it's threatening, which is why many people may fear success. They may want it, but they also fear it. One thing that I want you to remember: most of us do not start out successful. Success is an experiment that comes with plenty of trial and error. It is built as you learn from mistakes along your path to personal and professional development. You have to take your experiences, both good and bad, and you have to use them to your advantage. And if you do this, you will find levels of success you never thought could be possible. Success is a wonderful thing. We all feel great when we work at something and get the results we wanted. But here's the thing. Sometimes we succeed at producing our intended results, and sometimes we may fail. And that, believe it or not, is a fact of life for all of us. The problem is the reward for success is usually tangible, while the value of failure can be much harder to appreciate. But you know, life is about learning what works and what doesn't. In the learning process, success and failure have equal value if we learn from them both. The individuals that you saw this week, they gave you pointers and tips for succeeding. They offered you options. They gave you resources that you probably did not even know about in some cases. And they showed you a roadmap to help you to get to where you might be trying to go. Now you just have to get to work and implement the things that was shared with you this week. You also have to be mindful to not link your personal worth to the results that you produce, and that you are a person and not an accomplishment. So never allow someone else's opinion of you shape your view of yourself or deter you from your goals. Here's another important thing to remember. If you wait until you know you're going to succeed at something before you try, you can spend the rest of your entire life just waiting. The real recipe to success is not to wait until you have attained mastery before you step out of your comfort zone and pursue a stretch challenge, because I want you to know this. It's in the pursuit that you build the mastery. What you focus on is what you will develop. You cannot get it just by listening and not implementing. You have to do something. You have to work towards success. You know, we have all seen and probably know many, many individuals who have achieved great personal success, but have never realized true inward fulfillment. Why? That's because they're living the dream that someone else had for them and not their own. They are living up to the expectations and goals that others may have set for them, rather than goals that they set for themselves. You will never find true fulfillment and purpose if you are living someone else's dreams. Now, you may be successful in what you're doing, But if it isn't your own goal, your own desire, your own purpose, you will never have the inner contentment that comes with knowing that you are doing exactly what you were meant to do. And I also want you to know this: you must accept failure as part of succeeding. It's a common assumption that if you really try your hardest to get something and you do not get it, you will be crushed. Your life will be over. So you may be thinking it's safer not to risk going after it at all because I'm just not going to make this. I can't do this. She could do it, but, it was easy for her, but it won't be so easy for me. Well, guess what? That is total nonsense. As a matter of fact, I would say the exact opposite is true. If you try and you fail, you will not feel as bad as you think you will. You will gain experience, you'll gain education. In a lot of cases, you'll gain contacts and definitely self-confidence. Now, with all that said, here's one of the real secrets to success. And that is to never stop learning. Obtaining knowledge is a continuous journey. The best leaders know they're never in a place where they wouldn't benefit from the insights of others who have attained success, which is what you saw all during this week. This is what I mean by being able to obtain insights of others. The people you saw this week, they gave you information. They gave freely of their knowledge, what they knew, how they did it, how they accomplished what they accomplished. They gave it to you to let you know that you can do the same thing. When I talk about all these things, I'm always focusing a lot of times on women. And why? Because I feel that women are a very particular bunch. To become the best in your field as a woman, to become an executive or to become a CEO as a woman means you have reached the top. And that your decisions, even the small ones, will affect your company, your organization, or your business. And if you want to succeed in life, you have to start thinking like a success before you become a success. My point is that you need to have the right attitude and the right frame of mind if you want to achieve success. The right attitude and the right mindset means you have to be confident. You have to have persistence. You have to think big. You have to make continuous improvements. Make yourself better each day. You cannot be afraid to lead. You have to learn to be competitive. And you must always remember in all of these things that I mentioned, always remember that honesty is the best policy, meaning your reputation counts for a lot. And also, you have to learn to work with people. So if your people skills are lacking or not that good, you have to work on them. Because at the top, you always have to deal with people. Sometimes it's You may think it's like being on a stage with the spotlight on you. And guess what? It is. And finally, you have to be positive. You will get more done with a positive outlook rather than a negative one. Positioning yourself for success starts by seeing yourself as a success. When you see yourself as you want others to see you, you have a clear target to shoot for. Your attitude, your demeanor, and the way you dress, the way you treat others, how you keep your word, meaning do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. All of these things impact your ability to succeed. It's about both character and reputation. Seeing yourself as a successful person, that it's not about trying to fool people into believing you're something that you're not, but it's about developing the qualities and characteristics of a successful person. You know, one of the characteristics that I mentioned was attitude. Your attitude is always important. Attitude is everything. Attitude is a way of thinking or being. It's how you react to what you believe to be true. Having a positive attitude means that you're generally optimistic and hopeful, regardless of how things look. You know, you should always avoid the tendency to think negatively anyway about most challenging situations. Try not to think negative. You can simply change your view of it. Your thoughts are completely under your control. Remember that. And you should keep your control at all times. If you commit to thinking and projecting a positive self-image, before long, it will become natural to you. Now, there are some things that you can focus on when you're forced to be in a negative environment. For example, change how you perceive things. Don't allow every situation to affect you personally. Another one is to separate yourself as much as possible from people who are not uplifting or positive. And we know a lot of those people. Another thing you could do is don't allow negative people in your professional life to invade your personal life and bring you down. And finally, remember that you cannot change others. You can only change the way you think and the way you act. Finding success in life and living the life that you want to live is impossible if you don't first envision it. If you believe that success is impossible, then that is the truth for you. It is only when you learn that you have the power to envision your own success that you can expect to achieve all that you want to achieve in life. Having the future that you want isn't impossible, but you do need to learn different approaches and try new ways of thinking. Only then will you be able to find your purpose and tap into your diverse range of gifts and talents and find the road that will lead you in the direction that you need to go. And as I mentioned earlier, the individuals this week, they gave you the roadmap, but you have to implement it. You have to see yourself as being a success. You know, the first thing to remember is that everything begins in your head. You are what you believe yourself to be. If you feel that you aren't good enough for a promotion, for a given career, to run a business, then your own personal war of advancement is over before you've even gotten started. The idea that you have value and worth, and that your contribution can and will mean something to this world is valid. And you should know that you do mean something to this world. That's why you were put here. Another thing is instincts. You have to remember to follow your instincts. Follow your gut. There's a strong urging sometimes to do or not to do something. So always remember that initial urging is usually the most reliable. And I do want you to realize there is a difference between ideas and instinct, because ideas require mental activity. They're consciously cultivated, and you can choose to ponder or not ponder them. But on the other hand, instinct is a natural impulse that requires you to have in-depth thought or takes consideration on your part. You know, some of the greatest minds of all time have made monumental discoveries and advancements by following their instincts and not solely basing their decisions upon technical and scientific facts. I want you to know that a successful leader recognizes the success of others and celebrates their achievements. And the best leaders, the ones who earn the admirations of those around them, they're not micromanagers. They're not glory hogs. And just to let you know, a female becomes a success by recognizing what needs to be done. And you know what? She gets it done. When we as women get into the habit of being confident, being assertive, building a support network, I know that we will rise up and tap into our full potential. Why? Because as I've said before, women are the greatest resource on this planet. And yes, there are some of us who will never reach their full potential. And this is not because they don't possess the qualities to be more successful than they are, but because they're not willing to take the risks or do the work involved in reaching their full potential. And with that, I just want to say, ladies, don't let anyone dim your light. Know that you are valuable, know that you are worth it, and know that you can contribute to this world. I thank you. I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women Success Institute. And I say to all the ladies out there, make sure that you show up to rise up. Because when you do, all of us wins. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Lewis. That was awesome. As always, I love all those points, especially about being confident in who you are and moving. Just go for it. Just do it. Just don't allow yourself to be and you know, when you said what you said about what you believe about yourself, I thought about the quote from Henry Ford. He said, if you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right.
You're right. Absolutely.
Either way, you're right. So can you let everyone know how we can reach you if someone is interested in reaching out to you?
Absolutely. You can email me at info@exwsi.com or even go to my website, www.exwsi.com.
Wonderful. Well, we thank you again for joining us here in the Black Business Network. Remember, genius is common, and we'll see you on the other side.
Absolutely.
Well, that concludes all of our speakers for this evening. We want to thank Dr. Kelly for allowing us all to come on here, allowing me to moderate, allowing me to speak yesterday, and for all the wonderful speakers who came this evening to speak and to impart into all of you who've been listening. We thank you whether you were listening while it was live or if you're going to be watching it later. We hope that you can take away from the nuggets. I want to say a special shout out to my husband who also spoke yesterday. Definitely look out for Mr. William Jackson's talk that was on yesterday. So many great speakers over these last few days and more to come, more to come. So before I go, one more thank you to Dr. Kelly, but also I want to remind you why we're here. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. And you're not too young. The same way you're not too old to start a business, you're not too young. So this is for K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You can go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com, excuse me, to donate to the scholarship, or go use the Cash App, and that's the $BBXUSA. That's the $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students, and you can register those students at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank all of you who supported our sponsors that were supported in July of 2023. And we want to thank all of you for coming. And I want you to remember that genius is common, and we'll see you on the other side.
The Black Business Expo is changing my life. This year, they are giving away laptops and even $5,000 in cash to students just like me. I'm Alexis, and I want to go to college to fulfill my dream of becoming an entrepreneur. Help the Black Business Expo going to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com and also becoming a vendor, a sponsor, or donating.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Richey, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about
the Black Business Network, and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.